Hello Pisces, this is Christina Delbray with your forecast for the year 2022. I want to start off talking about Venus retrogrades. So Venus is going retrograde from December 19th, 2021 until January 29th of 2022. And this is happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with friendships and acquaintances and the groups that you belong to. So Venus retrograde here. When we talk about Venus retrograde, we're talking about values, we're talking about relationships, and we're talking about money. So Venus retrograde here is asking you if you are being valued, if you're still being valued in your friendship groups. Do your values still align with your friends and the groups that you hang out with? You're going to review your relationships and what works and what doesn't work. You will probably review your self-worth as well. Are the people you are hanging out with, are the groups that you belong to contributing to your self-worth or not? What really matters with friendship and what can I build with it? Do our values still align? It is likely that you'll see things differently from the beginning of this transit to the end of the transit, but there are a few key dates. Some of them are still in 2021, but Pluto will meet up with, or Venus will meet up with Pluto December 11th, December 25th, and March 4th. So it is likely that either something is purged at that point or something is transmuted, but you will know by then what it is by March 4th, 2022. Okay, so we want to talk also about the Mercury retrogrades coming up. Mercury retrograde, mostly in the air signs and a little bit in the earth this year. So January 14th is our first Mercury retrograde, and that is going to happen in a part of the sky that has to do with endings for you and the subconscious. So you could have a lot going on in the dream space. You could be kind of re-evaluating what you think, how your thought process is, and any karmic endings that need to be had right now. And May 10th, Mercury is going to retrograde in Gemini and Taurus. So that's a part of the sky for you that has to do with your home, your family, like your family of origin, maybe a house situation too, and a little bit into your thought process as well, and any skills that you're learning. September 9th, Mercury retrogrades in Libra. So for you, this is going to be a part of the chart that has to do with your finances, particularly the shared resources you have. So maybe like retirement funds or stocks or child support. These are the kinds of monies that you will be communicating about or rethinking. And also too, this is the area of deep intimacy and deep psychological matters. So you could be perhaps thinking about or rethinking about any traumas or deep psychological things that no longer serve, or you could be exploring an intimate relationship too, and the communication in that relationship. December 29th, at the end of the year, Mercury is going to retrograde in Capricorn. So again, it's this friend area where you have to pay attention to the communication between friends. Now Mars is going to retrograde from October 30th this year to January 12th. And it does happen in Gemini. So there could be a housing matter that you need to take action on, or you need to think of a way to take action on. Usually Mars retrograde is about like summoning our internal power. So our communication, I think, and our actions on communication are going to come into review. And for you, that is either a family matter or a housing matter. And I think that you're going to have to say do the actions I take empower me or not? Like, how can I be more strategic? How can I summon my internal power? Look at the reasonings behind your actions. Something might have to shift there. Okay, and then Jupiter is moving into Pisces, which I think will be wonderful for you. It'll be very healing. That's going to happen in the beginning of the year. I think it'll be expansion, hope, healing. I think it'll be very spiritual. Jupiter will meet up with Neptune. So, not to get carried away for Pisces, but spiritual development, learning to listen to your intuition, receiving signs from above, maybe even a psychic revolution. But be careful of being deceived always. Always, scrutinize. Be careful of missing key details and contracts, especially during those Mercury retrogrades times. Not a good time for gambling, but it is a good time to give to charity, things like that. So I think that you'll be idealistic, just be cautious. And in February, we have Jupiter making a beautiful sextile, which is luck and opportunities. And that is going to happen for you in a part of the chart that has to do with yourself, how people see you, and skills that you are learning, or the way you communicate to others. So if there is an opportunity to go on the internet or something with technology or some kind of skill base, or maybe you're talking to your neighbors, or you're talking to others, this would be probably through the internet somehow, or through technology, but you would be communicating, or maybe even you're this is commuting as well, but it could be skills too. It could be you communicating skills that you have. But there's an opportunity for that, and it involves any kind of technology. I would say go for that, because that looks like it would do very well. It would be a blessing, and it could be very lucky. I want to look at the eclipses for you. So we had the first eclipse in Taurus on November 19th. So you want to look and see what that brought in for you, because that is likely to relate to the theme that's coming for you for the next 18 months. So the key eclipse dates for 2022 are April 30th, we have a solar eclipse in Taurus. May 15th, we have a lunar eclipse in Scorpio. October 25th, we have a solar eclipse in Scorpio. And November 8th, we have a lunar eclipse in Taurus. So for you, this is activating a couple key things here. So it looks like you are acquiring some new skills, and perhaps you are leaving behind it's possible you're leaving behind some education that you have shared with others, or maybe it was a degree that you have that you are that you're getting rid of some of those skills, or this could be leaving a legal matter behind as well, finally finishing a legal matter. This can be you teaching skills or learning skills in some way. And this can also have to do with communication too. I'm trying to think, and changing your philosophy as well. It could be around an educational matter. It could be around a life matter. It could be you purging maybe some philosophies that no longer serve you, and you're learning new things in its place. There's definitely something shifting here in these areas for you over the next 18 months. And when we talk about Taurus, we talk about security. It can be material security. We talk about, the senses. We talk about values. So these are all things that you are learning and you're communicating. And when we talk about purging, shadow work, maybe, getting rid of, maybe your focus is changing and you're not so concerned with higher education anymore, or you're not so concerned with the philosophies that you had, or what you were sharing with others. Now you're trying to learn skills and maybe even in how you think, so that, you know, it will serve you better and give you more emotional security and maybe even financial security. So that's going to be very interesting for Pisces. If you think you know what this is, let me know down in the comments below. And I think that it will be a good year for you, Pisces.